The woman looked through the mirror and saw a book lying on the table, but when she turned around and checked, there was no book on the table at all. They realized, if what was inside the mirror wasn't a reflection of the real world, then the versions of themselves in the mirror must be someone impersonating them. The flustered pair had to invite the town's priest over, but even the priest was shocked. He tapped the mirror and found nothing wrong, then drew a line on the table, but there was no abnormality in the mirror on the other side either. But the priest noticed a difference. He tried to push and pull the door leading to the bedroom, but the door on the mirror side showed no reaction at all. Things got even more bizarre. The priest decided to stay here alone to get to the bottom of it, to see when the person impersonating him in the mirror would show a flaw. He directly brought a stool and sat down facing the mirror, but a whole day passed. The person inside the mirror showed no flaws at all. The man didn't stay there, because he had already secretly installed several security cameras in the room. But after everyone fell asleep, the priest in the mirror slowly raised his head. He walked over and stood there in the mirror staring at the priest. Luckily, the security camera recorded this bizarre moment. The man played the surveillance footage back to the priest. The priest felt chills run down his spine as he watched, and immediately fetched a hammer to smash the mirror. Unexpectedly at that moment, the priest in the mirror suddenly walked up to the mirror and proposed to talk to the priest alone. The two had to go outside first, and the priest didn't want to waste any words. He first unplugged the security camera, then picked up the hammer again to smash the mirror. But at this time the person in the mirror pushed over the body of a young man. It turned out that this young man was the only sin the priest had committed. The priest had been an exorcist back then. An accident happened. When he was exorcising an evil spirit from a possessed young man, a silver coin had emerged from under the young man's skin. The priest had unwittingly taken the silver coin away, and as a result had killed the young man. The priest wanted to ask for the young man's forgiveness now, but unexpectedly the young man suddenly stood up and directly dragged the priest into the mirror, while the mirrored priest slowly walked into the real world. After the two broke down the door and entered, they failed to realize that the person in front of them was no longer the original priest. When they returned to the church, the mirrored priest asked the woman to hand over the silver coin to him for safekeeping, and the woman also wanted to get rid of the curse as soon as possible, so she hurried home to get the silver coin, preparing to hand it over to the priest. But what was suspicious was, the priest actually couldn't wait to chase after the woman's house. They locked the door in fear, tested the priest, and after confirming that there was nothing abnormal about him, they opened the door and came out, handing the silver coin to the priest in person. At the moment of handing it over, the woman found that the priest's watch was actually a mirror image. She immediately pushed the priest away forcefully and hid back in the house. The man immediately called the police for help, but the police met the priest on the way. The priest tricked him into going back with just a few words. The women in the town were also confused by him and began to follow him. Even the dog at home was affected, suddenly went mad and pounced on the two of them. Fortunately, the woman took a shot of anesthetic in time and knocked the dog down. By this time, the mirrored priest had confused the entire village. He took the villagers to the church and continued to instill ideas in them. The two took this opportunity to come to the mirror. They realized that the real priest must be trapped inside the mirror, but how to get in became a problem. At this time, the woman found that although the book in the mirror couldn't be seen, it could be touched, so she picked it up and shook it up and down. After confirming, she smashed it directly at the mirror. Another identical room appeared in front of them. As they